Hey YouTube, tomorrow is season turnover, so tomorrow we'll go over new teams for the new season. But there is also a new event starting right when season turns over. So Tuesday, December 3rd at 10 a.m. I guess it's even earlier because I guess the GBL season turns over at 4 p.m. Um, so Tuesday at 10 a.m. to December 7th at 8 p.m. So first thing, Pokemon debut. Sinistea, the Black Tea Pokemon, and its evolution, Polteageist, make the Pokemon Go debut. I tried to look it up on PvPoke. PvPoke has not updated. They said they were going to update on the 3rd, which is tomorrow, when the season turns over. So this Pokemon will be updated eventually on PvPoke. So I just went to the sort of Pokemon database here. So it's a ghost type Pokemon. I looked at these stats. I'm like, oh, this is very... Again, it's someone who only played the OG games. I'm like, this looks like Alakazam, right? Very low HP, very low attack, very low defense, but insane special attack and insane special defense. And I think maybe you had a quicker attack in Alakazam, but that's kind of what it reminded me of when I first looked at these stat products. And then so it's a ghost, 50 candies to evolve, which is not too bad. And then I was just kind of looking at the moves, right? So a lot of moves that, you got Astonish. Let me just move this so I can make sure you got Astonish, which is a nice fast move. If again, I just kind of look at this like, what could they potentially put in the game? Astonish as a fast move, and then Shadow Ball as a charge move would be great. If you're gonna go Astonish, Shadow Ball, you need some sort of like bait. So those moves don't help you, but moves learned by TM. So you need a bait. You need like a Psyshock or Dark Pulse or something quicker to use on this Pokemon. So it's a ghost type Pokemon. We'll see it in the game. I will do like a Beyond the Hype when it is released and I can use it. So we will check out that and what moves it gets and everything there. So event bonuses: 2-time friendship bonus damage and raids, 50% more Stardust for completing raids. So focusing on clearly a raid event because those are raid bonuses. Okay, incense encounters. The following event-themed Pokemon will be attracted to incense during the event. You also have an increased chance of getting a shiny. Oddish, Miltank, Combi, Gothitya, Gothitya, maybe, and Litwick and Spritzy. So, for incense, if I'm looking at any of those, Miltank as a safe swap, as a normal typing. Outside of that, you're not getting anything that is very usable right now in either league. Wild encounters: Slowpoke, Taillow, Slacketh, Duskull, Starly, and Graveyard. Jeez. Okay. Nothing. Duskull maybe evolves is not bad. 1-star raid. Frillish. Maybe some Jellicent. Okay, so it's in the raids. It's in the 1-star raid. So at least those are easy to go and get. Yeah, it's not even in as an encounter or an incense encounter, eh? So I guess it's just raid locked. Niantic loves to do stuff like that. Research, time research, event theme, collection challenges, same old. Okay. So it seems like this it's gonna be a very quick video because it seems like this event is pretty straightforward. Nothing really to worry about in the encounters or incense. I probably would just focus on maybe grabbing like a few of these from the 1-star raids. I didn't even look at the other raids. Mr. Mime, Bravery, and Bombardier. Someone called me. So I was like, the way you pronounce it is so French because it looks, we have a Canadian company, Bombardier. So I was like, Bombardier? So, because the IER kind of like went like that. And then so I was like, no, Bombardier, like a plane. I'm like, okay, that makes more sense. That's way more sense than the French version. Okay. Genesect and Chill Drive. Again, I think Genesect Chill Drive has some play in the Master League to a certain extent. It's probably one of the highest ones. Yeah, that's not surprising. 60 for the Techno Blast Chill in the Master League, and that does not surprise me, given that the meta is dominated by dragons, right? So dragons having the ice type move, super effective. This is a nuke, so you have a generally fast charging fast move in Fury Cutter, 4 energy per turn, and then you get to that Techno Blast Chill in 14, 14, 14, 13. So that's, again, I always try to convert it to, personally for me, I find converting everything into the 2 energy move, and I'll talk about it because this is going to be a short video. I'll talk about that now. Helps me put in perspective how fast you get to things. So what's the X Scissors? No, Magnet Bomb is the other one, for 45 energy for 84 damage. So having the ice for all the dragons and flyers and Yveltal and stuff like that, I think it's worth getting. Out of all the Genesect, this one will have the most play in the Master League. In the Ultra League, I don't really see a lot of Genesect, but the Chill is ranked 120. I guess same sort of thing, right? You just have way more coverage for flyers and dragons and stuff like that you see a lot of in the Ultra League and Master League. Okay, so what do I mean by converting it into like the 2 and then figuring it out from there? So you will see this on my, if you go just watch my video this morning, you will see the timing of fast moves beside the moves. You'll see the timing of fast moves. Why don't I just bring it up, because I actually have it right here. Sorry, because I'm going to shoot this after, but it's going to go first. So as you can see here, nope, this is the wrong order. Karate Chop is not a 3-turn move. It is a 2-turn move. So I'm glad I caught that before that. Okay, so you have a bunch of 2-turn moves here. Now, there's different types of fast moves. So the first move listed here is their fast moves: Karate Chop, Quick Attack, and Thunder Shock. So both are 2-turn moves, but you can have 1-turn moves. You can have 1-turn moves. Fury Cutter is a 1-turn. Yeah, Fury Cutter is a 1-turn move. You know, you got 2-turn moves, 3-turn moves, 4-turn moves, 5-turn moves. So what does that mean if you don't know what that means? Basically, each turn is half a second. So if you have a 1-turn move, that's half a second long to do the animation. If you have a 2-turn move, it's 1 second to do the animation. And if you have a 5-turn move, there's only one 5-turn move in the game. That's Incinerate. It's 2.5 seconds to do that Incinerate. Now, they always measure in like energy per turn and damage per turn, because you can't just look at energy and get an understanding of what's going on there. And I'll show you right here in the moveset. So if you go to fast move turns and just organize by energy, oh look, Incinerate's 20. But that's because it's a 5-turn move. So you really need to look at that energy per turn to understand how much energy they are getting per turn. Okay, that's the energy per turn. So why am I talking about energy per turn? Because I said, oh, with Fury Cutter and Techno Blast, I change it to the 2-turn and then understand that in the context of length. So why do I do that? I just do that because there are way, way, way more 2-turn moves than there are anything else, right? 1-5, handful of 4s, 3s are okay. Actually, good amount of 3s, but then the 2s are just lots and lots and lots of 2s and a few 1s here. So I always kind of measure the 2-turn moves. It's just easier in terms of just everything's just cleaner, right? It's a 1 second move. It's not like a 3-turn 1.5 second. It's just cleaner. So you can do it in 2 turns moves, or you can do it just in total turn moves. So as you can see here, Technoblast is 14 1-turn moves. Whereas if you were going to look up something like one of these 2-turn moves Pokemon, I'll just use Primeape because it's on my team. Primeape with Karate Chop, you have a 2-turn move that goes, you only need 4 for Rage Fist and 5 for Close Combat. So the easiest way to just do the math, right? So in the Genesect example, you have 1-turn move times 14 is the 14 to get to the move. Here you do 2 times 4, which is 8. So if you want to just look at it as like a total, actually I think looking at it as a total number is probably easier. So you have Rage Fist at 8, Close Combat at 10. When we look at Genesect, it was at, for the Magnet Bomb, this one's using X Scissors, so let's just kind of go over all of them. X Scissors at 10, Magnet Bomb's at 12, and then 11, and then Technoblast is at 14, right? So the way I look at it for me, and this doesn't need to be the same for everyone, is I break down the length to get to the charge moves into sort of 3 categories. The first is you're very, very fast. And those are just your 8 and 10. So perfect example on this list of Pokemon I'm going to go use is, takes 2 times 4 is 8 for Rage Fist, 2 times 5 is 10 for close combat. Same thing with the Thunder Shock to discharge a Mud Bomb, 2 times 5 is 10 and 10 here. And then even Diggersby to Fire Punch is 10. So I always go, that is your quickest moves. 6 is kind of borderline between quick and medium. The medium I take into as 12 and 14 turn moves. So basically, Scorching Sands 2 times 7 is 14. When we went and we showcased when I just talked about the Techno Blast here, 14. So those are actually like your medium length moves, 14 to get to. So again, when you don't want to think, if you want to think about total, it's 14. If you want to think about 2 turn moves, it's 7, right? And then you got the slower ones, which I say are 16 and above. And I think you could just let's just go to Zoom Roll because I know Play Rough for sure, and Hydro Pump. This is a 3-turn move. So again, you're measuring on the 3. So 3 times 5 for Ice Beam is 15. So that's already sort of borderline. And then you have Play Rough 3 times 6 is 18 turns worth of moves. And Hydro, if you're going to use that, is 3 times 7 is 21, right? So those are your longer term duration moves. So I always look at, just to get a sense of how strong a Pokemon is. So let's go to Genesect. That's the example I was using. I always kind of look at not only the damage per energy, because it is important to know like how strong is this damage per energy. So 55 for 120 is a good damage per energy move, right? 2.18. 55 is a little on the higher side for energy, but it's not too bad. And then the Techno Blast for 120 is good amount of damage and good amount of damage per energy. So I'm like, okay, how long does it take to get there? 14. You're sort of the borderline. It's like not a super fast charging move, but it's a decent charging move. So whenever you can get like a good coverage nuke in a decent energy charging move, that makes it strong. So that is just a quick 101. So again, if you've been wondering what these numbers are, that's kind of what they are. If you watch my 2500 to 2900 GBL team, I had this strategy of using Pokemon that could spam in 12 or less. So that worked out for me. So it's just one way to look at, in my opinion, how strong a move is on the Pokemon and that. So all that is to say, Genesect with the Techno Blast Chill is pretty good. And we don't have the stats for it now, but let's just go to Drifblim because I said Astonish and Shadow Ball are options for this new Pokemon, right? So this is why I said it needs a quicker charge move. I said it needs a quicker charge move because Astonish is a really, really hard-hitting damage move, 4.8 damage per turn, but a little slow on the energy, 3.33. And then when you look at counts for Shadow Ball, right, we're in the slow range. 6 times 3 is 18. 5 only the second time around, so 5 times 3 is 15, and then 6 the third time around, 6 times 3 is 18, right? So it's a little on the slower end, and it's on the slower end because that Astonish does so much damage. So it's a little slower to get to Shadow Ball. So based on the stat products of this thing here, this just like super, super low defense and super high attack, you're probably going to be a little more on the glassy side is my guess, which means that you need to have like you can see here in Drifblim, you have at least a 15 and then a 12 on Icy Wind. And then you'd probably want to see, I personally would want to see something like that on this new Pokemon to have any chance to be usable. So we will see when the moves come out. Anyways, this turned from a short video to like a medium-sized video. All in all, Genesect, actually one more thing I will talk about. I don't talk about raiding much, but Genesect is one of the easiest to raid because it is a bug and steel and one weakness, but that is a double weakness to fire. So load up your whatever the best fire Pokemon. They changed I forget the raids. I always used to do like Mega Charizard for fires. I always used to do I can't believe I'm blanking on the names here. Let me just go to Master and sort by fire. Ho-Ho with Incinerate, maybe Incinerate Sacred Sword, but I always used to use Heatran. I used Heatran a lot. There's not and maybe Reshiram, but no, I probably used Heatran the most. And then I use like Mega Charizard. So easy duo, I think. Again, I haven't done Jesus. I haven't done a duo raid. No, that's not true. I do go out and do some duo raids at lunch with a friend. But I think this is a pretty easy duo if you just have bring fires for both of you and you are good to go. So anyways, 15 minutes to say Sinistea. How do you pronounce? You know, I should just look it up how to pronounce these Pokemon before I start doing these videos, but you know, you guys know who I am. So I'm going to do maybe a couple raids for this, and then I'll probably do some Genesect just because Double Week to Fire seems like it's an easy, and I'll just throw out invites to friends. Forgot to talk about that. I'll talk about that tomorrow at the ending of my top teams video. We're either with I'm filming this now when I'm 20 subscribers short of 25,000, and I had a couple more new members to the channel, so I want to give those members a shout out, but I don't want to do it 16 minutes into a video not thinking about it, so I will do that in tomorrow's top teams video. Anyways, it's 10:30. I still need to shoot the second one, so thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.